The EU's chief Brexit negotiator this week warned the UK it must make up its mind on what it wants in the next phase of negotiations. The Frenchman also said yesterday that if the UK leaves the customs union, it will mean there will have to be a border between Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland. Speaking on BBC Radio 4's Today programme, Nick Robinson asked John McDonnell whether the Labour Party would seek to stay in the customs union after Theresa May announced the government would be leaving the EU institution. The host said, "Would you stay in the customs union?" Michel Barnier, the EU negotiator, said, "If you don't, there will be a border in Ireland." BBC Sky News Brexit News. John McDonnell was asked whether Labour would keep the UK in the customs union. "So there is a nice simple question. Would you?" Mr. McDonnell replied, "We will be going into Parliament as soon as we get back after the recess, and we are putting an amendment up to the customs bill. In fact, we tabled it this week to the Treasury team. What we have said is exactly what we have said all along. We want tariff-free access." The BBC host interrupted the Labour frontbencher, asking precisely whether the party would seek to keep the UK in the customs union. Mr. McDonnell was enraged that he could not finish his point. He raged, "Nick, let me finish a sentence, please. That amendment also says it includes the potential of a customs union." Robinson stepped in again, insisting that a customs union was different to the customs union which is the current status. "The reason I'm putting it very specifically is because I want a specific answer." Nick Robinson: "The reason I'm putting it very specifically is because I want a specific answer," the presenter said. Mr. McDonnell claimed that he was giving a specific answer and was not sidestepping the question. "Well, you are getting a specific answer," he said. "We are saying tariff-free access with the potential of a customs union because we want to negotiate around with all options on the table." You'll be hearing speeches from myself and Jeremy Corbyn and Keir Starmer and others in the coming weeks because we want to look at the vision of our country for the future and a vision for Europe as well. That will include all of those options. Robinson suggested the Labour frontbencher was deliberately using the term a customs union instead of the customs union, which he suggested was not answering the question. The comments come after the European Union's chief Brexit negotiator Mr. Barnier warned Britain about leaving the customs union. The Frenchman said, "If these disagreements persist, the transition is not a given. To be frank, I'm surprised by these disagreements. The positions of the EU are very logical. It is important to tell the truth. A UK decision to leave the single market and to leave the customs union would make border checks unavoidable. The sooner the UK makes its choices, the better. I wasn't talking about a threat when I talked about the transition."